Welcome. Come in. How's your guys' week been? Mine has been the usual. To be honest, I think that my highest points is truly recording these episodes and putting them out for you guys, because I do love doing them. So yeah, let's get to it. Welcome to the Back of My Mind podcast. I am your host, Adefe Adeniran. Let's do some housekeeping, shall we? To the Tubes family, love you lots. Mwah, mwah. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you want to come to any of the podcast apps, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, you're more than welcome to the podcast apps family. You guys are where you're supposed to be. Love you lots too. Mwah, mwah. Please make sure to share and follow. And if you want to comment, email the podcast at bombpodcast@gmail.com. Bomb spelled BOMM, podcast@gmail.com. So, and let me know what's at the back of your mind, and I'll decide whether or not that's dope. Thank you guys. Let's go. Okay, on to the more anecdotal parts of this podcast, where you get to get some tea about yours truly, me. Okay, I'm excited. Today we're gonna do another top 5. So I love the top 5s because, you know, as somebody who does suffer from verbal diarrhea, I talk too much. However, the top 5 helps me limit how much I do say and how much I actually want to say, because it's 5 things, girl. If you don't get the 5 things over and done with and go, you know? So I love the top 5s. I don't do them every time, but, you know, it keeps me in track of how much is coming out of my mouth. Because sometimes I don't really need to be talking as much as I do. But I do. And I think you guys love to hear me talk. That's why you guys are here. Anyway, so today's top 5. I am going to do top 5 books that people love that I really don't. And this can range from classics to like bestsellers to all of those. Because, like, you know, I'm getting older. I recently had a birthday and I turned 22. I don't know what that is in any language, but I turned 22. And, you know, I have decided to embrace 2 things that I've never like had the desire to embrace. And one, okay, I haven't chosen to embrace them. I'm just deciding to be healed from these things. One, that is, I like problematic things. I like problematic things, problematic artists, problematic shows. It's fine. You know, it's okay to like problematic things as long as you don't internalize the politic. 2, I am trying to get out of my FOMO. Okay? Like, and this, I guess, is the premise of this episode, is that, like, I find that I get so left out when people like a thing and I don't like it, or I don't get it, you know. Everybody was obsessed with Lovecraft Country. Girl, I didn't get that show. I couldn't watch it. And I felt so left out. And it's like, no, it's fine that you don't get it. It's fine. It's fine to not get it. It's fine to not get shit that's part of the zeitgeist. It's fine to even miss certain things that are part of the zeitgeist now. Now, you know, I really do have FOMO, so I'm not going to miss shit that's part of the zeitgeist. I'm most probably going to try to give it a chance, but I don't need to get it. I don't need to get it. And it doesn't mean that I'm not smart because I didn't get it. It doesn't mean that I lack nuance or whatever. I just didn't get it today. And that's it. Today, we're doing top 5 books that everybody loves that I just don't get why you like it. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So, let us begin, shall we? Let's go, my babies. At number 5, we have The Picture of Dorian Gray Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Okay. I read this book. I found myself falling asleep. I mean, I read audiobooks to fall asleep anyway, but like this was an unhealthy amount of falling asleep. Look, I think Dorian Gray. I think Oscar Wilde is a phenomenal writer, and this book is filled with just quotables. You know, it's filled with those quotes that you just want to post on Twitter and WhatsApp or like anywhere in your timeline. He's great with those, right? And I love Oscar Wilde for that. You know, a paragraph can literally have 6 lines of just quotables, and I like to read books like that. However, like, not ew, because I guess everybody likes it, it's a classic. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's boring. It's lame. Dorian Gray is boring. I don't get it. And you know what? It's fine. I'm so nervous to put this episode out, guys, because I know the amount of insults. I'm ready for y'all bitches. At number 4, we have The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Whatever. You know his name. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Okay. Where to begin? You know, let me say, I love Paulo Coelho. Absolutely. As a writer, I'm absolutely in love with him. But my favorite books by him are not. It's not his magnum opus. I know this is considered as his magnum opus, but like, I don't really like this book. I mean, you know, I think the only reason I was willing to give Paulo Coelho another try outside of The Alchemist was because of how much buzz he gets. Like, people love this man. And I'm just like, I don't get it though. Like, I don't get it, you know. And the book is short, and you know, my attention span, you know, even though, guys, what's wrong with me? My attention span is so short, but I like lengthy books. Anyway, I like Paulo Coelho. I don't think this book is captivating enough. And you know, I know that my soon-to-be husband, Michael B. Jordan, says you have to read it again and again and again. Like, you read it multiple times and you get something new out of it. But like, babes, I don't like this book enough to read it multiple times. I really don't. Like, it wasn't exciting. Like, you know, when the ways in which the people talk about The Alchemist, like, you would think it's like some great adventure of a lifetime type shit, and it's like, but it's not exciting. It's not. And again, this book is filled with quotables, like, you know, those quotes that you want to write down. Also, you know, am I the only one that sees great quotes and kind of gets selfish and wants to claim them as their own? Claim them as your own? Am I the only one? Anyway, yeah, Paulo Coelho, great, filled with quotables, but like, the book is not interesting. And and for a book that centers around this dude's travels, I found that the characters that he was coming across were not very interesting. Like, they weren't colorful. Like, you know, the Count of Monte Cristo, he was coming across very colorful, interesting characters. It wasn't the same for Mr. Alchemist man. Yeah. So no, that I didn't like that. On to the next. Number 3, we have, oh my god. At number 3, sorry, my legs are numb. At number 3, we have To All the Boys I Loved Before by Rachel Huang. I'm sorry. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. By Rachel Huang. Okay. Where to begin here? You know, if I was really feeling extremely pity, I would make this the top 5 romance novels that y'all love that I just don't. Because I do not like romance as a genre, to be very honest. Like, not romance as a genre, because I love romance, but romance novels, absolutely fucking not. I love romance movies. I love romantic music. I love romantic TV shows. I love romance, as a media form, but the books, romance books are not good. And I've tried to give it a chance because I'm supposed to like romance books. It's all there. It's all there, but it's just not it for me, girl. Anyway, maybe I'll do top 5 romance books that y'all love that I just don't like. But yes, let's get back to All the Boys I Loved Before. Now, with the To All the Boys I Loved Before, I love the movie. I do. I think Noah Centineo ate as Peter Kravinsky, okay? However, in the book, Peter is not interesting. I don't find myself swooning that much for Peter. I mean, I guess Lana Condor's character is interesting in the book, but she's the main character. And I think the problem I have with most romance books is that the love interests are usually never interesting. Like, beyond the fact that they're hot and the main character wants to fuck them, they're hardly ever interesting. And it's like that in this book too. It's not interesting. And I guess, and Rachel Hwan has written some books that I really like. Like, I really liked My Tokyo Dream Life. So it's not that the tone, because I like books with like a little light tone, but I just didn't find this book captivating. And I just, so much so that like I didn't read the other ones at all, to be honest. But I love the movie. Oh my god, when the movie came out, I was like, finally, because I love romantic comedies. I really do. And we needed a rom-com. But the book, babes, Rachel, honey, this wasn't it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, And by the way, this is not me, but some of my favorite books are romance, right? Like, some of my favorite books are romance, but I find that as a genre, it's just not hitting the way it's supposed to hit, especially if you consider that I'm a romance baby. So, yeah. Okay. At number 2, we have, oh god, this one actually, guys, this one actually hurts. At number 2, guys, we have Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. You guys, I'm sorry, give me a second. This one actually really hurts because I love Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Like, I love her so much. I think she's so brilliant. And yes, this is also one of these books. This is one of those books that's, magnum opus. But for me, it's a magnum opus, okay? I feel like I just don't, it's not captivating enough for me. And by the way, I think the beginning, before the whole war shit, before the whole night, and I still think Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's writing is absolutely phenomenal. Something I love about Chimamanda's books, and I hope that, Half of a Yellow Sun is a movie already, so that's good. But I love the exploration and the glamorization of old Nigeria. Not that, colonization is glamorous, but the glamorization of old Nigeria from a black people's perspective. So the black elite and black people living their best life. I like that, right? I like that about the book. I like that it's this very average, one of the women that experiences a good love story is she's very average looking for the most part, but she's elite and shit. I like that. And like I said, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's writing on this, great. But in terms of story, it just doesn't grip me enough. It doesn't. And I think the beginning I really liked, but then as time went on, I just wasn't hooked enough. And I love Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Actually, one of my favorite books ever is Americana, which is also by her. I love Americana because from beginning to end, Americana is just, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. And I don't feel that with this one. I just don't, and it hurts my soul. I can't believe I'm even talking about this. Can we just go? Oh my god, I want to move on. Wait, I need to break some of this. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I needed a breather because that revelation made me very sad, even though it was my revelation. But I still got sad, girl. Whatever. Eat broccoli. So, look, number one, we have The Handmaid's Tale, you guys. I know The Handmaid's Tale, the series, is considered this really great show. I haven't watched it yet. I also find that The Handmaid's Tale, the pace of The Handmaid's Tale is really slow. The show pace is really slow. So I'm like, girl, either you get to the get down or I will leave. And I have left multiple times. I say that to say I've given the show a try multiple times and it's too slow. Now, with the book though, oh god, I don't like the book. So let me say, I do read my books obviously via audiobooks, and Elizabeth Banks narrates the books. And Elizabeth Banks's voice is extremely boring. Like, really boring. And I know Elizabeth Banks plays, I think she plays Offred on the show. And Offred's voice and just the tone of the show is very somber and, and down. Everybody's sad and depressed and But, girl, in the books, I find it's like, but this horrendous shit is happening. How do you manage to not be exciting? And her voice is extremely boring on the thing, and that makes me very unwilling to read more because her voice is literally boring. So I guess with The Handmaid's Tale, it's not so much the book itself, but more the narrator. I will say that it's the narrator that I don't really care for like that. Elizabeth Banks, have a pitch shift, Nyana, have a nice little pitch change, do a little here and there, not Offred was trapped and the man that had to breed with her did not want to breed with her. It's like, girl, you can't keep reading like that. And this book is long. I don't want to keep hearing that. Come on. Have a little zhuzh. A little skitty up, boom. Also, with the show, I don't know, guys. I think, because the book sounds like something I would like. Because I do really, I don't want to, when I say I like violent books, that makes me sound not right in the head. Whatever, embrace it. I am right in the head. I'm deeply empathetic, so you guys know. But I do like violent books. I love I don't know what this classifies as a thriller. I love thrillers and I love horror and I love these psychological messed up things. Books, I like that. But this book, I just found that I don't like it. I don't. And there's been a few points in the book where I was gripped. I was hooked. But then there are moments where I'm just like, yawn. Anyway, that's that on that. I think that concludes my top 5 books that y'all love that I don't, because either I just didn't think it was that good or I don't get it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to let me know by commenting on the YouTube comment section or by emailing me at bompodcast@gmail.com. Bomb spelled BOMM, podcast@gmail.com. If you want me to do a top 5 romance novels that I absolutely love or I absolutely hate. Let me know if you want me to do that, because I would love to do that, because I do love some romance novels. And then there are some, girl, it ain't it, huns. But yeah, let me know. So yeah, what are some books? I've not been asking weekly questions. What are some books that everybody loves that you are ashamed to admit that you just don't get? Let me know, and I will catch up with you guys later. I'll come back later next week. I love you guys. It was really fun doing this. Mwah!